Marcus Pettigrew, Brooks Wells, the officials working this afternoon's game here at Sefco Arena. Missouri Valley Conference basketball is underway, and the tip is controlled by the Beacons, coached by Roger Powell. We'll be talking about the first-year Valpo coach throughout the broadcast, kind of back in his old neck of the woods in his home state, where his father was a great player here back in the 70s. More on that later. This is Isaiah Stafford. He's had quite the year, too, for the Beacons in his first season. Missed his first shot. Redbirds clear and come back. Down the floor is Miles Foster for the land.
ISU starting off right away, running quick and transition. Valpo needs to be aware and get back quicker.
Take a look at our Ford starting lineups. The Redbirds have Jordan Davis in the starting five for the first time this year, and why not? Coming off a great game at Belmont when he scored 18. Beacons turn it over. Their starting five has a newcomer as well. Sherman Weatherspoon, the freshman from Maryland, makes his first career start. We told you about DeAveiro at the top of the broadcast, and Stafford. Those are the 1-2 punch really for Valpo so far this season. This is Burford back in the lineup. He missed the game at Belmont on Wednesday with ankle soreness, and so it's good to have him back. Illinois State's leading scorer missed out on that game at Belmont on Wednesday, and there's DeAveiro knocking down his first attempt.
DeAveiro has a really nice pull-up jumper off his own dribble. He gets that ball right into his shot pocket perfectly and gets those feet set up.
Averaging just a shade under 8 points and 3 rebounds a game. Foster backs in. Little jump hook. Good defense that time. The Redbirds get another offensive rebound, though. And they're going to get a second offensive rebound in and out of the hands. It's going to be out of bounds, and it's off of Weatherspoon. We mentioned the Redbirds are the top team in the Valley in offensive rebounding, 11 a game, and they got 2 cracks at rebounds there.
And didn't convert them. Illinois State just has to do a better job at being patient when they bring down those offensive boards. If it's not there, you can kick it back out and set up your play.
There's Banks to Foster. Around a double team, and he flipped it in.
Good for Foster for finding that footwork. He's comfortable on either side of the rim, whether it's reverse or straight on. He's able to make it work. 4
quick points from Miles Foster. The transfer from Monmouth. He's averaging just under 11 a game. He's been a terrific pickup for the Redbirds. This is Stafford's 3. That's in, so he's knocked down a couple of jumpers.
Stafford's got a nice looking jumper. And the closeouts have to be quicker. If you're sprinting out at a shooter, it's too late.
Stafford with the 3-pointer. Valparaiso with its first lead. We're early on here at Sefco Arena. Foster tried the 3. It's no good and cleared by Schwieger. Back come the Beacons.
Foster definitely not a 3-point specialist. He's 1 for 9 on the season, but he will shoot them to make the defense respect you.
Good hands by Dalton Banks. He gets a steal for the Redbirds. And it's Davis in the front court now. Banks thought about the 3, goes inside the arc and a kick out. Kendall Lewis, an open 3. Out of bounds, the Redbirds are going to get the basketball back.
Though Lewis missed that 3, Banks did such a nice job at getting a paint touch off of his own dribble. It doesn't always have to be a direct entry pass to get the paint touch, to get the defense to collapse in on you and open up those 3-point shots. You can dribble it in yourself.
Ryan Peden's team has had open looks in this stretch of games here since the first of the year. They just have not been able to knock them down. And Lewis had a good look there, but the Redbirds still trying to get hot from beyond the arc.
And sometimes if you're struggling to make shots that you normally make, just get inside and make a bunny.
Burford missed, and it's cleared by Stafford. His pass is tipped, and the Redbirds nearly came away with the steal, but instead it goes to Edwards, who's checked in. This is Jackson Edwards. He's a Murray State transfer, so familiar with the Missouri Valley. Stafford behind a screen from Sepp. 6 on the shot clock. He's going to shoot it over Foster.
Not the best shot there for Stafford. Foster's hands was right there in his face.
Whistle away from play. It's going to go against Valparaiso.
Valpo already starting this game off with a few turnovers. They have to do a better job at taking care of the basketball, making crisp passes, not forcing things. Just make the easy pass sometimes.
Chase Walker in the game. He had been a guy that the Redbirds were going to redshirt this season. He played in his first game on Wednesday at Belmont, so they've taken the red shirt off of him. He makes his CEFQ Arena debut today. That's him handing the ball off to Burford. A big, wide body, 6'9", 290. First-year player for Illinois State.
There you go.
This is Lewis with a difficult shot.
Lewis just fading away on that one. If he can bring that footwork around to square himself to the rim and then lean that momentum forward instead of away, he can make those.
Schwieger. He's been a good-looking freshman, certainly an all-freshman candidate in the Missouri Valley Conference. He has stepped right in and played big minutes for Valpo. And
Schwieger does a nice job at keeping the game of basketball simple. You don't need to overcomplicate it.
Walker's going to be called for an illegal screen, and we've got our first timeout. We're special game for him to come back here and play at Illinois State, or coach at Illinois State, where his father was a terrific player in the middle 1970s, a 3-year starter for the Redbirds, and a Hall of Famer here at Illinois State. So this is part of his blood, too, if you will, here at Illinois State.
That's right. Coach Powell did say, though, as special as it is, he's not going to get sentimental about it. He just wants to focus on this game and get a win.
Jahari Williamson, another one of those freshmen for Valpo in the game. The Beacons with 7 players that are either freshmen or sophomores in this rotation. This is a very young squad for Valparaiso.
4 freshmen play consistent big minutes. And Coach Powell Jr. did say, like, we are missing that maturity and experience, but these kids give everything they have every game.
Redbirds have a pair of freshmen on the floor right now with Johnny Kinziger, and also, as we mentioned, Chase Walker making his Illinois State home debut here. And the Redbirds are going to get the ball back after a Valpo turnover. That's the Beacons' third.
One of them freshman type of turnovers for freshman Cooper Schweiger. He's just got to do a better job at landing, getting in triple threat, squaring up at the rim, and looking to score before taking off.
This is Walker. Backs in on Sepp. A couple of freshmen going head-to-head there. Walker tries to create. He flipped it in. There was some contact. That's a difficult play, and a basket is first in normal for the freshman.
Good for Walker, dipping that shoulder and giving himself just enough space to go up with it.
Ball was kicked out of bounds by Johnny Kinziger, and now we'll see a veteran player in Jerome Palm coming in. Here's another look at that difficult play from Chase Walker. He was down low, and that was just an acrobatic shot. Drew contact there too, but no whistle.
It really was. A guy that big you wouldn't think would be so flexible and acrobatic.
With the Redbirds having Brandon Lee out, 7-footer with a lower leg injury, they just had to have Walker in the lineup, so they lifted that red shirt this week. And so this is his second consecutive game. Kinziger missed the shot. There's a foul on Walker, actually on Lewis underneath, so the basketball goes back now to Valparaiso.
Last couple games, Lewis has had a tendency to get a couple fouls early on in the game, and it just hurts ISU so much because you want him out there on the court, and once you get that second, third foul in the first half, you can guarantee you're going to be sitting on the bench until the second.
This is Palm. His lob goes on and is tipped away by Kinziger. Good defense. And now the Redbirds back in transition. Lewis all the way down, hit a shot block, but contact before the play and a foul on Valpo.
So important for Illinois State to turn their defense into offense. Playing good defense gets you off to the races. You get to run in transition, play read and react, and take what the game gives you. It makes basketball so much easier, so much more fun.
So here's Lewis now to the free throw line for the first time. The Appalachian State transfer actually has had a couple of really good shooting games in a row for the Redbirds. 11 of his last 19 coming into the game. He had a 16-point effort against Southern Illinois in the Redbirds' last home game, and he dropped 13 in the game at Belmont on Wednesday, and he knocks down the free throws.
And my goodness, is Lewis efficient. 55% from the field on the season.
The Redbirds back in front by a point now. This is Palm. Kazubki's on him, and he's checked in the game. In good hands that time. Lewis tipped that ball away.
What good scramble defense out of Illinois State. Walker was left on a switch with the screen, and there was so much communication going on that even during the scramble and the chaos, everyone was able to switch and slide, helping out Walker while he recovered from the hedge.
You know, sometimes statistics can lie because the Redbirds have caused 4 turnovers, and yet Valparaiso is shooting at 50% from the floor, and the Redbirds get another stop here on the block by Kazuki. And so even though Valpo is shooting it at 50%, the Redbirds are really making them work as they've come away with a couple of turnovers here early in the game.
Absolutely. Valpo already with 4.
This is Ty Pence, another Illinois State freshman. Young Illinois State lineup on the floor right now as he's in the game for the first time, and a whistle on Valparaiso. So the Redbirds have Pence on the floor right now with Kazuki, Foster, Burford, and Kinziger, a pair of freshmen on the floor for Illinois State. Now we're seeing a sub in as DeAveiro is going to go to the bench for the first time. Stafford's back in now for the Beacons. Just underway here. 6.5 minutes in. Illinois State and Valparaiso, Missouri Valley Conference basketball here on a cold day in Normal, Illinois, but we're glad that you're alongside and hope that you're staying warm. This is Foster now. He'll try to back his way in. He lost the dribble. Now he's going to turn. He shoots on Sepp. He missed the shot, and it's cleared by the Beacons.
Good by Sepp to stay straight up, stay clean, especially when you're getting bodied down low and bumped around. He held his ground.
Sepp thought about that shot, but instead kicked it out to Stafford. They'll reload the offense. Williamson, fadeaway 3. They're going to say it's a 2, actually. He just stepped inside the arc, so he knocks down his first jumper.
That's a good, tough shot for Williamson. The defense switched, and the hand was right in his face, but Williamson trusted that shot, had the focus, and didn't even pay attention to the defense.
Another one of those good-looking freshmen on that Valpo roster. Pump fake by Kinziger. Here's Ty Pence from the corner. And now Valparaiso comes back with it with a 1-point lead. Edwards, his pull-up jumper, front of the rim, no good, and cleared by Foster.
Another good defensive effort by Illinois State. Burford down low, battling. He goes from fronting to 3-quartering, completely switching his position.
Now Burford's going to try a jumper that is no good. The Redbirds still cold from the outside. Illinois State 3 of 12 to start the game. Catch and shoot. That's missed. Williamson tried that one again after making his last shot. Redbirds really feel like if they can just get hot in one game and get the outside shot going down, it might be contagious and just open up a floodgate.
Oftentimes, that's how threes are. Woo.
Kazuki's shot is swatted out of there. Good defense by Edwards, and we've got a timeout on the floor. At home again. Illinois State has dropped its last 4 games. Valparaiso has dropped 10 in a row. It doesn't quite seem possible. They haven't won since November, late November, so both teams feel like they're overdue here for a win. This is Jordan Davis down the lane. Missed the shot, and it's cleared by Valparaiso. Schwieger went up and got it on the defensive backboard. We're seeing Malachi Poindexter in the game for the first time. This was the first game that Malachi hasn't started for the Redbirds all season long. That's him with the basketball, bringing it up. Maybe some play off the bench will help him. Davis for 3. Had a good look, but couldn't knock it down.
It's tough. Davis did have a good look, but with the threes not going in right now for ISU, you just want to get inside and see some bunnies go in. Get that score up.
Redbirds have missed their first 6 shots from beyond the arc here this afternoon.
And that's one thing you don't want to do if you're missing, is continue to settle on the 3.
Shot rolls off the front of the rim by Williamson. Now the Redbirds back in transition. Redbirds with a 4-guard offense on the floor right now. Foster is fouled as the pass went inside to him. He was wrapped up, and this foul's going to be on Ajiboye, who's in the game for the first time.
Foster did a nice job getting his positioning and demanding the basketball, especially when you're the only post in with a 4-guard set. You've got to do the extra work down there to get open and get the ball, and then you have to give kudos to the guards for actually getting it to him when he's open.
Ryan Peden trying all kinds of combinations here to see if he can't unlock some offense for Illinois State. Banks having trouble getting it in, flipped it out to Poindexter now. Seven on the shot clock. Poindexter, tough fadeaway jumper goes in.
Good for Poindexter to turn around and have his balance still off of a move like that. Able to knock that one down, get some points finally going for Illinois State after a dry spout.
He was 0 for 3 in the game at Belmont on Wednesday. Did not score in that game, so it's a better start for him here this afternoon. Here's DeAveiro in the paint and a kick out.
DeAveiro didn't even realize he was open once he got down there in the paint.
Probably had a better look at it there than flipping it out to Stafford, who's going to try a contested three. Good defense from Kazuki. This is Kendall Lewis working the baseline.
Lewis just not with a good angle there. He's got to be able to square himself. Even if you come at the angle in a weird spot, you've got to be able to gather yourself under. And even if you've got to fade in a weird type of way to get it to go.
Williamson traveled. And so that's turnover number 5 for Valparaiso. Both teams average about 12 turnovers a game, so that's a stat worth watching.
That is, and Valpo's already up to 5 in this one. Illinois State plays really good team defense. They switch, they communicate, everyone's on the help line when they're supposed to be or in deny when they're supposed to be.
This is Miles Foster, works on Sepp, gets to the baseline, around a double team. Under the basket too close, and then it was Lewis who got the offensive rebound and stuck it back in.
Lewis converting those offensive boards into second chance points. That's big for Illinois State. And Lewis did a nice job at realizing that when he caught the ball, it was already held up high. Don't even bring it down, just right back up for the 2.
First field goal of the game for Kendall Lewis, and now a steal. Lewis comes away with it. It's Banks in the front court. Lost the dribble, looking for some help. Now Lewis backs in. Baseline shot no good. It's Foster this time with an offensive rebound. So the roles were reversed on that one. The previous play it was Foster the miss and Lewis the rebound. This time Lewis the miss and Foster the rebound.
Foster did a nice job on that possession at getting to weak side rebound. That's where you want to be when you see your teammate putting up a shot. Get weak side, box out. That's where most of the misses go.
Redbirds already with 3 steals today, Lexi, and that last steal by Lewis helped set up this opportunity for Foster to get to the free throw line.
And it's one thing for Illinois State to be intercepting passes, but to literally strip the point guard from Valpo, those are the type of unforced turnovers that Valpo can't be having. You've got to have that off arm up, protecting the basketball, and they just haven't been doing that so far today.
Yeah, the Redbirds have caused 4 Valparaiso turnovers in the last 7 minutes. And so Illinois State now trying to cash in at the free throw line and extend the lead. Offensive rebound, it's Jordan Davis.
Whew, I tell you what, though, the offensive rebound, when your team is shooting the free throw, that's a 6 and 36 for the defensive team that we were running in practice the next day in college.
The Redbirds have 7 offensive rebounds in the first half. They average 11 offensive boards a game. Jaboya's shot no good, but it's tipped home. That was Schwiegert who worked in for the left side and scored.
Schwiegert did a nice job at having his balance, getting himself underneath himself to go up, even through a lot of chaos going on, hands in his face.
Banks crossover, drives to the rim and a kick out. Nice rotation. The Redbirds get it over to Malachi Poindexter. He's got a fadeaway jumper that rolls out.
Good hot potato passes there, but when the drive goes into the paint, you want to get the drive all the way inside.
Down low and a jam that time. Jaboya was freed up, and now a timeout for Illinois State. So 4 quick Valparaiso percent, and Valparaiso 6 of 16 for 38%. But again, the Redbirds have 7 offensive rebounds here. That's kept them in the game, and certainly the fact that they've caused 6 turnovers for Valparaiso. That's been a big statistic here in the first half.
7 offensive rebounds for ISU. However, only 5 second chance points. We need to see more conversion from offensive boards into second chance points for ISU.
Here's Davis to the rim, and he's going to get fouled as he came in attacking from the right.
Davis did a nice job at attacking, getting into the paint. That's going to be key right now for ISU. Watch here as Davis has just an inch of space on that first quick lethal step, but that's enough to get all the way there. A lot of players will think, oh, I haven't beat my defender. Yes, you have. All you need is an inch. Davis realized that, got all the way to the rack.
Davis earning his first start with the Redbirds this season after his 18.9 rebound game on Wednesday at Belmont. He also played a season-high 32 minutes in that game. And if the Redbirds are going to get that kind of production out of Jordan Davis, that's the Jordan Davis that they really hope will, maybe he gets kick-started after that kind of a performance.
Absolutely.
Stafford with Miles Foster on him now. DeAveiro trying to create, shoots over Kazubki. Long rebound is out, and it's Davis that comes away with it. The Redbirds have a 2-on-1 if they want it. Trailing the play is Kazubki. From the wing, his three is missed, and it's cleared by Valparaiso. And now quickly back up the floor come the Beacons.
It's interesting, ISU still continuing to run to the three in transition rather than going to the rack when they still have yet to make a three on the game. Especially in transition when it's a 2-on-1, you've got to take it inside.
Davis with the deflection on that pass, and the Redbirds will make a change there as Poindexter and Davis go to the Redbird bench.
And for Valpo, they need to recognize the mismatches. It was guard Dalton Banks just at 6'2", trying to D up forward Cooper Schweiger at 6'9". The guards have to recognize that and hit him.
Here's DeAveiro. He flipped it up. Good defense by Kinsinger. There's your Schweiger offensive rebound, and he floats it back in.
Schweiger able to easily pull down an offensive board over Banks. The height advantage is huge, but he had to get it for himself. The guards need to feed him when there's that mismatch going on.
Schweiger with 6 points and 6 rebounds here in the opening half. Dalton Banks for three. And the Redbirds still ice cold from beyond the arc. 0 for 8 now from three-point land. Here's Schweiger. He works on Burford. Got a good look that time, tried to flip it off the glass and in, but it wouldn't go down. Now it's Banks back in transition. We approach the 5-minute mark left in this one. The first half. Burford looks inside, takes it to the free throw line. Now a kick out. Banks down the lane. Kazuki will try from the other side of the floor, and he's fouled.
Kazuki, you have to give him props even after a couple pretty bad misses that he continues to shoot without hesitation. He's not thinking about the last miss. And real shooters have to have that amnesia effect that I call, the forget about it mentality. You can't be thinking about the misses. Every shot you take, you have to know it's going in.
So Kazubki to the free throw line. He's probably Illinois State's best on-ball defender. The Redbird fans kind of a Bronx cheer, kind of a clap as that ball goes in to make sure that there's no, lid on that rim. But, as you said, Alexi, he's a guy that he can certainly give you some three-point shooting from beyond the arc. He's been doing it with his defense lately, boy. And if they get a little offense out of him from the three-point line, that would be big.
And it's good to see Kazuki coming in here and shooting without hesitation today, only averaging 3.8 points per game. This is a guy that can get those numbers up a lot more if he just starts having that score-first mentality a little bit more.
Well, if you can't make a three-point shot, make 3 free throws when you're fouled on the three-pointer,
right,
which is what Kazuki just did. And the Redbirds have a 1-point advantage here. Sepp lost the ball. Illinois State comes away with it after another Valpo turnover. Burford looking for his first points. In the paint, had his shot altered, got it back and rolled it in.
Good for Burford to follow his shot, not give up on the play. And he had good footwork down low. Beat the first line of defense, got them in the air, waited to go up until after they flew by. However, he was altered by the help defense. That was good by Valpo. They just have to remember, after that first miss, you have to turn around immediately and push a body out of the paint with the box out.
Burford missed his first 4 shots from the floor. That's his first make. And he's given Illinois State a 3-point advantage. A near steal that time from Burford. He's showing no ill effects from the ankle injury that sidelined him on Wednesday night. 5 on the shot clock now. Schwieger kicks it out. This is Weatherspoon from the outside.
The matchup down low is fun to watch. There between Foster and Sepp. They really battle each other. The strength is similar.
Now Banks is going to try a pull-up jumper.
Banks hesitated on his first couple shots of the game, but it's good to see him find his confidence as this game goes on. He has such a high IQ, and he is more of a pass-first mentality type of guy, but now he's trying to get the points on the board.
DeAveiro shakes himself free and knocks down the jumper.
DeAveiro has a nice step back. It's not too flashy or flamboyant, but it creates enough space for him to get his shot off.
Boy, he's been hot the last 12 games, averaging just about 10 points and more than 4 assists per game in that stretch of 10. And now we got a travel violation against the Redbirds and a timeout of Birds. He's re-entered the game. And so Valparaiso with the lead despite 7 first-half turnovers. Williamson made his last shot. That one is short. Kinsinger goes and gets it for the Redbirds.
A little bit too much one-on-one basketball right there from Weatherspoon. He's just got to be able to get a couple passes, get some rhythm going first.
This is Walker now. Nice spin move on the baseline, but he traveled.
Oh, I don't know about that. That was a pretty spin there by Walker. Put him in the spin cycle. It looked pretty. He kept the pivot foot down until the spin. That hurts.
See if we got a good look here at this.
Yeah, Walker definitely kept that right foot down, but sometimes you win some, you lose some.
Edwards penetrates and scores. So Jackson Edwards, the Murray State transfer, with a nice lay-in.
Edwards does a nice job at coming off the curl. Once he starts going downhill, it's really hard to stop him. When he gets his mind made up that he's going, he's going.
First points of the afternoon for Edwards. 3-point lead for Valparaiso. It's largest of the game. 8 on the shot clock here. Kinsinger drives, stops, pulls up, can't get it to go.
Kinsinger has to do a better job at driving his defender into the screen so that his defender isn't just dodging around it and not even getting hit by it.
The Redbirds can't buy a basket right now. 6 out of 29 shooting in this first half. Williamson from the outside knocks down a 3, and now he's starting to feel it.
Williamson celebrating as he should. The threes have not been going in for either team all night, but finally the second 3 goes for Valpo. A pretty one. The way that he flicked his wrist and had that elbow pointed at the rim, he knew it was going in the second it left his hands.
So it's a 6-point lead now for Valparaiso with under 90 seconds to play here in the half. Burford with a kick out. Kinsinger's pull-up jumper rolls in.
Kinsinger did a nice job at recognizing that the pass in the corner from 3 wasn't a good pass. He had to reach up for it. It wasn't in his shot pocket. So put a dribble down and get yourself where you're comfortable.
Johnny Kinsinger's first points of the game. Under a minute to go here now. Five on the shot clock. Lob down low. Schwieger got a mismatch with Poindexter on him, and he took him to the rim and scored.
Schwieger, just such good footwork. You know that he practices his mic-ins, his fundamentals. Those are things that you need to be practicing every single day, no matter what level you're at.
How about an 8.7 rebound opening half for Cooper Schwieger? This is Walker drawing contact, and he's going to get to the free throw line. Stay tuned, because at the half we've got our halftime report. Not only will Lexi and I have the highlights, and then make good at the free throw line if you're not making them from the outside. So again, if you're not familiar, Chase Walker, the freshman from Columbus, Ohio. Again, a big-bodied guy, 6'9", 290 pounds. Just took the red shirt off him this week. Played in his first game Wednesday at Belmont. This is his second career college game now with the Redbirds. He's in the lineup because Brandon Lieb, the 7-footer, had that lower leg injury in the Redbirds' last home game against Southern Illinois. He'll be out for an indefinite period of time, and the Redbirds were thin in the front court, and they thought, well, we were going to save him for next year, but we got to put him in the lineup now. And now a foul out near the timeline on Kinzinger.
Kinzinger didn't mean to do that, just got a little excited. ISU has stripped quite a bit of times Valpo players today, so it's hard to not reach when you know that you are forcing turnovers.
14.3 seconds to go in the half, and now Valpo's got to call timeout. Had a difficult time getting the ball in bounds. In the Missouri Valley Conference, typically the older teams win. It's those teams with a bunch of seniors and fifth-year seniors. And again, this roster has 7 players that are either freshmen or sophomore. They have 11 newcomers on it. Final seconds of this first half. And now a foul from Burford. Redbirds have some fouls to burn. And this is the reason why they're trying to disrupt play with some fouls here. They still have one more foul to play with here before Valpo would be in the bonus. DeAveiro gets himself free. Works on Foster, and that time drew a foul in the act of shooting. So with 2.4 seconds to go, nice play there by Darius DeAveiro to get to the free throw line.
It looked like Foster was having good help defense, but DeAveiro had a beautiful job at pulling himself back out to bring Foster with him, just to dive right back at that front foot.
Second in the Missouri Valley Conference in assists per game. He's got more assists now in the middle of this season than he had all of last year. He has really stepped up his game.
He really has, and you can guarantee that he's going to do a good job from free throw range, 83% on the season.
Final seconds of the half here. Darius Burford going to try to create. Does he get it off? He did, but it's no good. And so Valpo's offense going in the right direction here in the second half.